Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am answering the question, how long does it take to recover from hypothalamic amenorrhea? My name is Dani and I am your HA and fertility coach. I am a certified fertility awareness practitioner and a functional nutrition counselor. I need to practice saying all of that more because it always takes me a second. And this is the most frequently asked question ever, which is, how long is it going to take me to get my period back? How long do you think it will take me? How long does it take to recover from amenorrhea? All these are great questions. You already know the answer. You already know that the answer can't be given. Specifically, we cannot say everyone can recover in the same amount of time. That doesn't make sense. That's nonsensical. But we have what we've seen in practice, and what we've seen in practice is that the more you're willing to do up front, the faster everything will go. Meaning that if you take the recommendations, whatever recommendations are for you, wherever you're getting them from, and implement them without a ton of issue, you're going to recover faster. And a lot of the time to recovery taking longer often has a lot more to do with how long it takes you to actually make change. One of the reasons why there's so much variance is because some people count the beginning of their journey as the first day they heard about HA and that they started like drinking bone broth. And some people count the start of their story as the first time they finally said, screw it, I'm gonna ditch all of my weird habits and I'm going to eat to full satiety and I'm going to make huge changes in my blood sugar balance and I'm going to stop drinking so much coffee and all of the things that really make the significant changes. So it depends on how long it takes you to really nail that side of things. And on top of that, it's going to take into account your genetic variables, potentially how long you have had a history of birth control or other medications, anxieties, and things like that. If it takes you a really long time, we're gonna want to look into blood tests. Sometimes when someone is taking way too long to recover, we'll get blood tests and we'll look at things like their FSH levels or their prolactin levels. But for the absolute most part, if you do your part, you're gonna get your period back within 3 months. Let's talk about why not everyone is going to be able to just watch this video and go, oh, okay, I'm motivated, and go and get their period back in 3 months. The reason is because it takes a lot of mental energy to make the true and sustainable and meaningful shifts. And we don't believe it takes a lot of mental energy to recover. It takes a lot of mental energy to stop dieting. I'll say that again. It doesn't take a lot of mental energy to recover. It takes a lot of mental energy to stop dieting. And dieting doesn't just mean you're counting your calories. It means that you are still in control of what you can and can't eat, that although you're introducing more of something, you're not going too far over the limit that you're comfortable with. It's when you are still exercising in order to avoid gaining weight through this process. It's when you're still making swaps, like swapping full fat yogurt for low fat, or using yogurt instead of sour cream, or you're still eating calorie-free jelly. Like any and all of those behaviors are connected to dieting behaviors, and those are what is going to make your recovery take longer. You could recover in 3 months potentially, but it's going to take you 6 months if you refuse to hold on to those behaviors and you refuse to let go of those behaviors and you continue to play the little game that we call, how low can I go? Meaning, how low can I keep my calories without, and still recover, right? Like, can I eat the bare minimum and still get my period back? That is the how low can I go game. And it means it's not gonna work. And remember that it could work, but I bet you it keeps your cycle parameters suboptimal. So you might be trying to get pregnant. Now you have a period, but now you're not getting pregnant. And now you think you need fertility treatment or something like that. Like something else is wrong. I've recovered from HA, so it's something else. Nope. You're still dieting. So you have been given hormonal activity. You have risen your hormones thanks to what you've been willing to do and all of your hard work. But you're still holding on. You're still playing how low can I go. You're still trying to, sneak this in or that in, or still holding on too strongly to your step count or your training community or whatever it is. And that's the stone you need to unturn before you get that speedy recovery time that you hear about on all of the support groups and on the social media. So if you're unsure which is going to be like your sort of kryptonite, if you will, let me ask you a question to help you kind of figure out whether or not you are doing recovery 100%. The question is, what does the most nourished version of you look like? How does she wake up in the morning? How does she dress? What does she look like? How is she nourishing herself and feeding herself? When she does work out, what does that look like? How's the frequency to rest day ratio? How's the training output to food intake ratio? What does the most nourished version of you look like? Whatever that version is, probably doesn't look exactly how you look right now. And if it does, you are on track. And welcome to this video just to keep you motivated on what you're doing. But if the answer to that question doesn't quite sound like what you're doing right now, yeah, you got stuff to do. Do that. And do that with full intention. Removing restriction from your mind and from your food. And you will recover in the fastest possible time frame for your body. Learn about blood sugar balance, about proteins, fats, carbs, how they impact the menstrual cycle at the same time, in case there's a knowledge gap you're missing, to help add that in along the way to speed up your process even faster. Keep an eye out for your roadblocks, for your blind spots, for those little behaviors sneaking back in, and just start systematically removing them as you notice them and discover them. Don't get discouraged. Just find out and make the change. And you'll recover in the fastest possible time. One tool I do have. Now, I've made this tool actually a couple years ago, so I probably could add some more information in now, knowing more information that I have now. You know what I mean? I have a quiz. It's called How Long Might It Take to Get My Period Back? It's a quiz you can take. It will ask you questions about these types of behaviors. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And it will spit out an answer for you. Remember that the quiz doesn't know about your health history. It doesn't know everything about you, but it's a good guideline to see, okay, did I say mostly yes, I'm on track? Or did I say mostly, no, I'm not quite doing those behaviors yet? Or I'm still holding on to these behaviors? And it'll spit out for you a bit of a time frame and some strategies and suggestions about how long it might take for you. So that's the hasociety.com/quiz. And you can take the quiz there and see if it's helpful for you. And if you have questions about it, you can reply to the email that sends you the results, and I will personally respond. So if there's any confusion you have, or you want to provide extra detail, I'm happy to have a quick look and let you know what I think. But the quiz is pretty good. And for the most part, if it's 100% based off behaviors and lifestyle stuff, it's pretty accurate. So check that out, hasociety.com/quiz. Or we are happy to have a free strategy call with you if you think that working one-on-one together might be a good idea, and we can listen to your case and see if there's something that my team can do to help you speed through this process, or If not, like if our proven process for recovery doesn't sound right for you just based on your health history and the challenges you're working through, we'll give you specific next steps that you can try that we think might be more suited to you. So it's a no obligation call, totally up to you. And that is at thehasociety.com/coaching. Okay. This has been wonderful. I hope this was helpful in answering the question about how long it will take you to recover from HA. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you love things about menstrual cycles and periods and fertility and conception. And we will see you guys next week for another episode. Bye.